Hello, academic stars around the world. Welcome back to Caltex Academy. Thank you so much. My name is Julius, and thank you for checking on this video. In today's video, we're looking at this series of quantitative method coursework or practice question for distance learning program of August semester 2025 from Kumba University, Uganda. So this is question number 3 and part C of the question. So I've prepared two videos for the separate part A and part B, and the links are in the description of our video here. You can go on and also watch that video and come back and continue here if you wish to make them that order. So with all this said, let us have an analysis of question 3 part C before answering. Question 3 part C says the 2 by 2 matrices A, B, and C, of course 2 by 2 is the order of the matrix, are given below in terms of the scalar constant. We have some terminology here, scalar constants. So as you can see, the scalar constants are these values attached to A, B, and C. Of course, we're also given some elements here, small a, then small b, and also this C here. Now, these are the matrices A, B, and C with the elements, as you can see inside here, where we can trace from matrix A, we can see some small a, which was mentioned here, and from matrix B, we can also trace the small b inside here, which is here, and C also is inside here, you can see in also matrix C. So we're given this expression 2a minus 3b is equals to 4c. So the question wants us to find the values of A, B, and C. Now, since we are given this matrix, then this becomes an equation in matrices. So it looks a little bit complicated, but if you follow the steps, then everything is just very simple. And let us go ahead and take a look at the solution for this question here. Now, how do you start answering this question? For us to be able to answer this question without any problem, what we have to do is to just copy this expression given for us here. Now the expression is 2a minus 3b equals 4c. So from here, the 2 is a scalar that multiplies matrix A, meaning we have to substitute matrix A by this matrix figure. Now let's go on and make this substitution where we write our 2 as a scalar multiple outside and we break the bracket for the matrix A, which is here, and we enter these elements in their corresponding position where we have A, 2, 3, and 7. Now we can also move on to the next element here, and that is scalar 3, and we also create matrix B here, and we also enter its elements, and that is 2, 4, B, and 2. So this is equivalent to 4 as a scalar that multiplies matrix C, and matrix C will have these elements also entered here, and that is negative 1, C, 3, and 2. So having done all this substitution, we can now go on and multiply these scalars by their corresponding matrices to obtain the new matrix that will result from the multiplication. So let's start with the first multiplication here, and we have 2 times the first element in our first matrix, we get 2a, and we also multiply 2 times 2, we get 4, and 2 times 3, we get 6, then lastly 2 times 7, we get 14. Then we move on to the next one here, where we have the subtraction sign, and also create our bracket here and close it up. So let's multiply to get our new elements. Remember, we need to leave this subtraction sign outside and only multiply with this number. Otherwise, we have here 6 and 3 times 4, we get 12. Then 3 times b, we get 3b, and 3 times 2, we get 6. Remember, if you choose to multiply together with this negative sign, then from here you need to write positive in order for you not to get confused and maybe get it wrong. So let's also do multiplication for our matrix C from the right hand side, and the first element becomes negative 4. The second element in the first row is 4C. So we have here 4 times 3, that is 12. And finally, 4 times 2, and that is 8. Now, after doing this, the next thing is to combine these two matrices through this subtraction. And of course, as before, I've told you in our previous video, we just need to subtract the corresponding element, just like 2a corresponds to this element here, like that. So let's move on and do that. So 2a minus 6 will be our 2a. Of course, it may not subtract directly because we have the letter and a number attached together. And here we have 4 minus 12, we get minus 8. So doing the same to this side here, the corresponding element of 6 is 3d. So we have 6 minus 3d. And we move to the last element here. So let's also do it here. So this is 14 minus 6, that is 8. So at this point, we just maintain everything the same, and we have our bracket here for our matrix. So the elements are negative 4, and here we have 4C, and here our 12, and lastly 8. So for now, we're interested in getting A, B, and C. So let's equate these corresponding elements containing the unknown. So up here, 2A minus 6 is equivalent to negative 4. And this is equation number 1. And from here, since it is 1 equation with 1 unknown, you can just get the value for A directly. So let's collect like terms, and we have here 2A equals negative 4. As negative 6 crosses the equal sign, it changes to positive. And when we simplify the right hand side, we get here positive 2. And for us to get A divided by 2, we get 1. So let's have here by 2, and also the 2 here by 2. Cancelling out what we get here, and A is just 1. And let's also look at when we're getting B. B exists in this position, and we have 6 minus 3B equals, and since this is this position, then we equate it to 12. Doing the same thing, so let's also collect like terms. So we have 3B equals 12 minus 6. So from the left hand side, if we simplify this, we get 6. And since we're looking for B, we can divide both sides by negative 3. So we have 6 by negative 3. And again, this cancels out. So only left with B, and this is equivalent to negative 2. So that is the result for B. And lastly, you need to get C. And from here, C is at this position. Now, since C is at this position here, it corresponds to A. For C equals to negative 8. So from here, we can divide both sides by 4 in order for us to get the value for C here, and by 4 that goes to 1, and C is equivalent to -2. So this is the solution for these values of A, B, and C. Now, you can also go ahead and make a proof to see that these values are correct by looking at this stage here. Let's take a look at a check around here. This is not part of the solution, but it's going to see that these values of A, B, and C are valid. Now, assuming we take it from this stage here, replacing the value of A with our answer what let's got in here, and you know the answer for A was 1 positive, as you can see right away here, and B is -2, C is also -2. So if we position them into this matrix, we will get the result balancing up. First of all, let us get our answers here. A is 1, B is -2, and finally C is also -2. So putting it at this location, we have 2 times the value for A, that is 1, and at this location we get our 4, 6, and 14. Now that is the first matrix here, and the second matrix is we're subtracting is 6, 12, 3, B, and B is -2. We place it there and have 6. This must give us exactly the result of having -4, and 4 times C, which is -2. Again, here we have 12 and 8. So let's simplify this together. Here we have 2, 4, 6, and 14. Then the second one, we have 6 and 12. We can make it 6 and 6. So this must give us a result of -4, and this becomes -8, 12, and 8. So from here, we can reduce this to one matrix where we subtract the corresponding element. 2 minus 6, we get -4. Then 4 minus 12, we get -8. And starting to look exactly what we get here, remember, at the right hand side, we have -4, -8, 12, and 8. So let's move on and work on the main elements here. Now 6 minus 6. Remember, negative term here is positive. So 6 plus 6 is 12. We have it here. This is the same like what we see here. And finally, we have 14 minus 6, and that is 8. And since the left hand side is equivalent to the right hand side, then our results of A, this is 1, B -2, and C -2 are valid answers. So if you watched at this time, thank you very much for watching. Share with friends, like this video, and see you in the next video where we shall look at part D of the question under simultaneous equation, which is combining also 3 by 3 matrices. See you there, and peace out.